Ah, Dwarf Fortress. With its delicate fairy tales, desperate follies, dastardly foes,
The Mouse Devil.
and damn good fun.
What? No! The world has only existed for 2.5 centuries. There's not enough time to...
Maybe they are quick learners.
You can't learn to evolve faster.
You can't.
Like... Well, now, time to get down to some... did you two start recording without me? Yeah, sorry. But we were having a heated discussion about the existence of dingoes in a world only 270 years old. Do that. It's magic. Anyway, Kutam Milunudis Wamid. Welcome one and all. Magic? Well, godly, deific magic?
Magic science.
Sure. But yes, welcome to Bust Blizzards. The fort that's a pun for a pearl necklace that nobody seems to have gotten yet. I am Phlegm Crevice, deity extraordinaire and creator of the Ageless Realm. The two bickering boneheads behind me are Snodford T. Hedgehog, an eldritch abomination, and Gainsborough Graham Prosciutto, a South England strata giant. To catch any newcomers up, I convinced 7 dwarves the world was ending. I then fostered a doomsday cult and made Dwarf Heaven. All of it occurring in this tiny bunker deep underground. The dwarves of which have had enough time fannying about and should really get back to some hard graft. Yes, the fields are full of quarry bushes on the grow, and we've even started popping plum helmet spawning for the season. The former, those quarry bushes, are the focus for today though. Well, perhaps focus is a little strong, but we shall be getting to them, or their nuts, later.
Peripheral vision.
If you like. First, though, I found it very important that I draw attention to this cave crocodile. It hasn't done anything. Just living its best life as an aquatic ambush predator scuttling around the cavern floor. John drew this picture of it. Is it winking at me? No idea. Though he made sure to tell me he was inebriated when he did it, so maybe. Oh yeah, wouldn't want to do it sober.
Couple of coffee liqueurs and I'd be so in.
Oh my god, sorry everyone, I have to break the fourth wall here to explain. This is a crocodile sex joke utilising the etymology and Latin roots of to be drunk. What on earth are you doing watching this?
For too long. Ever since the top fell off.
Put it away! I wish you'd see a doctor about it. Or a bricklayer. You're right, Flemmo, you gone quiet. I sense a disturbance in the force.
Alright, I'm putting it away. Sheesh.
Anyway, on to more important matters. Here we have Aban Cultbridge, praying to the belch of juices. She inebriated too, obviously she's a dwarf, but in this case this would be one of the deities that the dwarves observe. Why is it all bodily functions with you goods? You'd prefer tea towel bramble clamps, I suppose? Well, in this case, it's just coincidence, and, frankly, I could care less what Aban worshipped, so long as she hurries up and marries her lover Ral by them.
Could care less.
I said what I said. Having everybody in the military is beginning to become a chore. So I figure if Aban and Ral get married, we could get them doing the bunker jobs while the others bang each other over the head with bits of metal. Then, in the downtime between chores, Aban and Ral can bang each other on
Phlegm!
On their ceremonial mole-calling helmets to summon the baby delivery mole. Oh. Don't you look away for a second and they only go and do it. Aban and Ral have married in the tavern, officiated by the Honourable Pontiff Hamster, though his speech was lifeless. Silliness aside, it is so wonderful when a plan comes together. You'd probably notice the dwarves spending little to no time actually working. Yes, unbeknownst to me, it turns out dwarves need spare time with their lovers to plan a wedding. Which is why we hadn't been seeing any knots being tied prior to this. Quite how much planning needs to go into the two of them being in the same room together, I don't know. But as my father says, you can't crack an egg without making a few omelettes. Is cholesterol still bad then? Sadly. But I think that's all the dwarves having been in to congratulate the happy couple now. So, from weddings to hard labour. Or, well, more merrymaking, just not in armour anymore. You'll note the axe and pickaxe. More the pickaxe, to be honest. This was what I found most arduous. Managing military uniforms whilst wangling professional attire. Ral and Momaz were forever doffing to don one, then re-doffing to re-don the other. It's quite lucky that dwarves haven't come upon the zipper yet. Talk about a flying tackle.
I don't get it.
Don't wear pants. Moving surfacewards for a moment, here you can see poor Cadol staff-belted, the first outpost liaison that the mountain home ever sent to us. Seeing as we were already deep underground when he got here, though, he was never able to complete his duties and as such got a little stuck on the wastes. Now, we've been checking in on him as a little side project to see how long a dwarf can go without food, water, booze, or dwarven interaction. And we can now see that he's stripped of everything but his socks and mittens, and indeed injured. None of this is self-inflicted, however, and completely down to a troop of wild langurs that wandered in. They proceeded to do this. Bloody you! Aren't langurs leaf-eating monkeys? They were, yes, but the elves bred it out of them. So now they use their specialised multi-chambered stomachs to properly digest dwarven meat. Suppose they need a hobby. Yes, well, Cadol has managed to avoid being dinner completely at least, though he is cut and dented like a takeaway pizza. I'm glad he's still here, and I'd hate for our little project to have such an ignoble end. Talking of ignoble ends, I popped back down to the fort and found Ral and Aban performing some strange routine upon one another in Aban's bed. Oh dear, did your dad never explain about the birds and the bees? Do you mean a bird in the eye is worse than bees in your bush? Yes, he asked me to thank you for the cream. No worries. But no, S-E-X.
I can spell.
It's not for you, it's for the video.
Oh.
No, I keep telling you, dwarves don't do any of that messy stuff. When they want a baby, they oil up, stretch, and ululate lasciviously for the baby delivery mole. fair enough.
Why's that one cut his off?
What? No, Gainsborough, no! That's just an elm that the cat's got at.
They can do that.
Anyway, Aban and Ral's strange horizontal ritual makes me think they've got altogether too much time on their hands. Let's fix that. It's a little later, and nope, already straight to it. That's Aban for you. Very diligent. Yes, she's been tasked with engraving an image on her bedroom floor, much like Rizzen and Momaz before her. Then she's done, and off to pray again. Taking a look at the carving, it's of a cloud, explaining why John didn't bother drawing it, and she's named it Stelid Lased, the washed insect. A garbled translation of the nickname she gave her fastidiously clean husband, Stickbug, for his hobbies of sitting, staying still, and not moving. Clouds specifically are things our dwarves don't often get to see, so this may be Aban lamenting. Or, more likely, a sign of her wish to ascend to godhood and be above the clouds. Or ghosthood, also possible. And why not let's get ourselves a twofer? It's Ral's turn with the chisel, and off he goes from his usual haunt of the hospital to get straight to work.
I thought he stayed still.
Come on, Graham, you know he doesn't think before he writes these scripts. You shut it. Ral does prefer to stay still when he's relaxing, but like any good dwarf, he jumps to when there's a task to be done.
You should have picked Lovebug.
Oh, look, Ral is done. And he has created an image of rabbits that he has called Ned O'Thill. The flank of weaknesses. Do I need to say anything? No.
Maybe say it anyway, so the audience gets
I
it.
guess they weren't playing extreme strip Jenga.
But
Hush, Graham, I'll lend you a book. But then what of the baby delivery mole? A figment of your imagination? But that's what all of this is. Maybe clean up your imagination then. Right. Anyway, the two lovebirds are back.
Lovebugs?
Yes, they're back doing what they both enjoy most. Praying and standing in the hospital. Second most. Ugh. The, Gosmer? What on my Ageless Realm is this? I don't remember making this.
No, I made this.
You... what? It's true. Gosmer is Graham's creation. Oh, I see. Yes, basic shape work. Minimal variation, cute little wings. Well, it is of course very good, Gainsborough, but you know, you should have told me before you dropped it off into my world.
There wasn't any time.
No, haha, too hot to handle, I get it. Oh no, he weren't touching it. Well, not with his hands anyway. Not with his.
It was an emergency.
Huge one. Right.
Snod and me went out for food, and I had
Without me? Again? We were busy. I had egg and chips like a sensible boy.
And I had the Copper Chloride Vindaloo.
Copper Chloride? No.
By the time we got home, I was feeling real poorly. But you said if I broke another toilet, you'd lace my cork with spider pheromones. So I was stuck.
No. And I suggested he make use of this situation to get your dwarves in some real defecated into my Ageless Realm.
I had to.
He didn't flush neither. Don't mind me. Well, it did look like it had a pinched face. Pinched off. It's not fun. Wait. But what about the cute little wings?
I had a Red Bull with my meal.
Only the real highbrow stuff at Crumpet sounds. Great. So now my dwarves get to live next to flaming fecal matter. I can't believe you did this.
Sorry, Mr. Crevice.
But good job not destroying the toilet. Gold star.
Yay! Can I put it on the chart?
After the episode. Now, on to something a touch cleaner. Soap! And it all starts here, at the quern, where rock nuts, which we now have in abundance, are crushed into a paste. There we go. Rock nut paste.
He needs to drink more water.
Ha ha ha! Stop it, you two. Next it's off to the squeezer, where the paste will be, squeezed, to produce rock nut oil. Pays to be lubricated. Stop it! The conglomerate jug represents the oil here, as it's filled with it. See? Next, we have the wood furnaces making ash. As I noted once before, this is separate from the charcoal creation process in a way I can't fathom. This ash is then dropped into a barrel of water to dissolve? Hang on. Bit of research later, and I think the water washes stuff out of the ash, and that water then becomes the lye? It's a caustic alkaline liquid that collects in the bucket anyway. You know dwarves and buckets. There, see? I wasn't being dishonest. The jug and the bucket then head off to the soap maker's workshop.
What happens there?
Tap dancing lessons.
Ooh.
What happens is that they are mixed together, by Aban in this case, to make rock nut soap.
No, thank you.
I'll pass. No, you two, seriously. The soap can then be used to clean wounds and wash nasty dirt off of things. Something tells me we're going to need more of it if we're to make any forays into the caverns now. Skid marks! Nah. So, here is Ral, off with iron in hand for a mysterious construction to the northeast. And, oh, did you catch it? Because I bloody did. Yes, many careful armoured constructions of walls and doors, and we had created an airlock that our dwarves were going to use as staging areas for their forays into the caverns. I wondered whether we could lure this lurid blue poo into the room and bar the door behind and afore, and here we are. Now, this is both exciting and infuriating. On the one hand, we have a band of hardened warriors prepared to brave the post-apocalyptic, as far as they know, world, now having nowhere to begin such a thing. On the other, we now own a flaming blob of Indian indigestion. You don't want that in either end. Quite. But the metaphysical changes that occur to items deposited into the Ageless Realm are such that despite the garlicky smell, this beast is still a beast. As such, I'd like to throw it out to you lot watching. What do you think we should do with Gosmer? I'm partial to erecting a temple to it for our dwarves to pray at. Aban will enjoy that at least. But any better ideas, do let me know. In the process of clearing area for said temple, I noticed this. The thing's heat actually affects the world around it. How crazy is that? You forget sometimes that Dwarf Fortress spends a lot of energy simulating things you just don't get to see. Madness. And with that, we are going to end things. Still, No bloody babies. Even after Ral and Aban made the creature with 2 backs.
Camels?
No, we done that joke before.
Oh,
Yes. Anyway, things have moved apace and we are indeed ready to spend at least part of next episode letting the properly protected dwarves explore the cavern. I think it could be nice to catch some cave critters and get a little animal breeding going on. So that just means we'll need to make a second airlock. No, Gosmer can technically smash through these doors, by the way. It's stopped by a quirk of the programming, apparently, hence the secondary door. Though why he wouldn't break both if he broke the first, I don't know. My thoughts have failed for funkier reasons. So, that's it. Just quickly though, if you first few getting through to the end of the video could like and possibly hype it for me, I'm interested to see if that does anything at all to the numbers. I'm not expecting much, but I'm sure YouTube will find a way to disappoint me. I hope you enjoyed yourselves, and I'll see you again next time. Anus Eshon, you most wonderful of individuals. Anus Eshon.
this door for not breaking the toilet, and this door for not leaving gravel in the kitchen.
You know he does this to pit us against each other, right?
You're just so I'm winning.
Snoddy nonsense.